There's the brand identity, which is how you want the customer to perceive you, and the image, which is how the actual perception that they have. So how you want them to perceive your service or company or product, what you're offering, is really important. But you can't actually control how they actually see it. So there's so many factors that you can control some, you can't control the others. And I think that's really important because people just think that they have to control every single element. Good afternoon, Michelle, hope you're all right. So it does increase the importance of the factors in your control. So your well-defined brand, so when you put those foundations in place, that personality, positioning, all of those that come through communication, really clearly, consistently, concisely communicated, that'll all contribute towards your brand image. So you really need to knuckle down and nail that brand identity to have an impact and an influence on your brand image. So the elements of your brand identity that you can control, which is really important because everyone likes a little bit of control, your values and how you enact them. Sorry, I'm just going to move a little bit. Your messaging, your customer service, your product quality, your ethicality, your visuals, because everyone loves a good logo, but more than that, more than just your brand logo, you need to look at your typography and your colours. That all feeds into your brand identity and is seen as the biggest element really of a brand identity. It's not, but people do focus on it. I think the most important element of your brand identity is really showcasing that purpose, what drives you, what really makes you as a company, because that just weaves through everything else that you do, and your position, so who you're actually talking to. So everything that you do will be aimed at the people in your market, the people that you are positioned towards attracting. So having a really strong, nailed down brand identity is so important. It'll also help you attract new customers in, but it won't alienate the old customers. So, that consistency throughout will bring in new people who are your ideal customers. They'll feel comfortable, they'll relate, they'll want to join you, but you'll be keeping and retaining the super fans that you've already built as well. I'm looking at my notes, sorry, I'd written all this down. I think the most important element, the most important part of it is being consistent. Because ultimately you're reinforcing everything that you want people to feel. You're feeling it for your brand. You have to feel it for your brand in order to be able to communicate that feeling and that emotion out to your target people. So if you're not feeling it, if you're not dedicated to that particular emotion, you can't hope to inspire it in other people. So your brand identity is the same as your brand voice. It's the same tone throughout everything that you do. It's basically what you do and how you do it. And you're going to attract people that share the same beliefs and the same values. So, banged on about that enough. The next thing is the other side of the coin, the brand image. That's the thing that gets formed in the mind of your customers based on their experience with you, the interactions that they have with you, the way that they see every piece of communication that you put out, the emotions that are inspired through that. It's not just through buying, it's literally every piece of communication that you put out there, somebody is going to have some kind of reaction to. It's going to shape their views, their beliefs around the brand, and that's something that you can influence, but as I say, you can't control it. Your brand image, nearly did it then. Your brand image is what sets you apart from all your competition. I've said this so many times, but in a really crowded marketplace, when so many products are so similar, your brand image is what makes you stand out. It's what makes a customer choose you rather than anybody else. Now, realistically, it should align with your brand identity. So what you put out there should align with the perceptions and the emotions in the customers. More than likely it will, especially if you're absolutely committed to it and you absolutely believe in it, then you're likely to inspire that same emotion in everyone else. There's a few times when they don't, I think it was a company called Ugly Drinks, which they thought was a great idea for a brand name. But they were challenging the health drinks. They were being, they were a health drink. They were trying to challenge squashes and all that kind of stuff. But calling it Ugly Drinks has that negative connotation in people's minds, and the brand image, no matter what they did and how ethical and how moral they were, the brand image just didn't fit, and you probably won't have heard of them because they folded, because people weren't buying into them. So yes, thinking about what you say and how that emotion aligns with people is really important. So checking in with your customers, that's a really important thing to do. Making sure that what you're putting out there is being well received. Is there a way of you reaching out to some of your clients and customers just to do a temperature check and say, what do you think of the latest advertising? Or what do you think of the latest campaign? These are our brand values. How do they align with you? How would you describe yourself? So really getting under the skin of your customers to understand how they view you and whether that aligns with how you view yourself. So yeah, going out there and doing a temperature check on your consumers and clients, I think is really important. It's really helpful to have a strong brand image. I mean, there's many, many reasons. Sorry, ignore the nails. I've got no nail varnish remover at the moment. But I think a big one is the ease in which you can introduce new products. So new products and services, if you have a strong brand image and you've already built up those people, those loyal superfans, having that strong brand image means that they already trust you. They know who you are, they know what kind of quality you can offer. And that way, when you expand your portfolio, you're just putting new elements into your already strong brand image that people will resonate with, unless they're completely off the wall crazy. And even then, you can probably twist it and pivot and show how ultimately they fit with your core brand values. I think that's the thing. Even if it is a crazy off the wall idea and product or service, if you can demonstrate how that resonates with your core brand, how that really fits in with your ethos and your values, because ultimately they're your customers' ethos and values as well, because if they're super fans, they share your beliefs, your values. So if you can show how this wacky, wild product actually really fits with your company and your brand, it doesn't matter how bizarre people find it, because it's part of who you are. You can weave it into your DNA of your business. It's my personal opinion anyway. So yeah, your brand image, it enhances your brand through reflecting in other people. So you reflect your brand in your customers. Like I say, going out and doing that temperature check is really, really important. You can focus your... Bye, Michelle, it was lovely to see you. Yeah, I agree, Jennifer. Bizarre is a good word. Is that your coffee there for Latte and Live? And that's not bizarre. Once you know how customers see you, and you know how that resonates and how closely it aligns with how you see yourself, you can focus your advertising on those attributes. For example, if you're an outdoor clothing company, and it's all, you people see you as adventurous and they see themselves reflected in. They wear your clothing because they're adventurous, outdoorsy kind of people. You're not going to show your shoes next to a cozy fire. You're going to show them out on a mountain trail. So really replicating those attributes that people see in your products, in your advertising, is going to reinforce that brand image, is going to reinforce your values, and it's going to really enhance your brand image overall. You can also enhance it through working with bloggers, excuse me, bloggers and influencers who also have the same kind of ethos and values. Their content reflects what you want to put out there. They have a wide reach, probably, if you're choosing to work with them, and they will enhance your brand image through their trust and their connection with their audiences. So yes, ultimately, your brand identity is what you put out there. It's your visuals, it's your promise, it's your personality, it's how you, is what you do and how you do it. Now your brand image, as I say, is how people perceive it. So you can influence, you can't control, and I think that's a really important thing to remember. Okay, I really hope that was helpful. If you're catching this on replay at any point, just drop me a replay, #replay in the comments below. And yeah, if you've got any questions, any queries, let me know. All right, take care and I'll see you soon. Bye.